3-point deficit on the Phoenix side. Now KPA play the 1-2 zone defense, trying to cut out the penetration into the interior by the NBK Phoenix. We are live here at the KPA Gymnasium. This is Coastal Sports coming to you live from Makande, Mombasa. Akwata picked up by Wanje Shivachi against Kisilu. Kisilu has shaved off his dreadlocks. With a much cleaner look now. Oh, nice floater there by Zirel to cut the deficit. Wanje drives middle, pulls up a shot, misses, rebound by Odhiambo. Fast break chance now. Akwata jabs, drives, stops by Martin. Shivachi finds Kyoko open at the 3, comes up short this time around. Shorter 3, just like that in the first half. Trying to replicate what he did before, but unfortunately it does not repeat itself in this occasion. Kisilu picked up by Odhiambo. Kisilu finds an open lane there up there by Salim Kisilu. Now Phoenix have to find a way to get into the paint. Oh, that was a pass to Wanje. A free gift there, and the coach has seen enough, calling for a timeout. But according to the FIBA rules, it has to be a dead ball before the timeout can be awarded to the Phoenix players. Kisilu hounding Odhiambo. Kyoko back to Odhiambo, passing it in and out. Back to Odhiambo once again, tries a pull-up jump shot, comes up short. Shivachi with the rebound, puts it up again, misses. Rebound by Bramwell. Gary Wekesa, ball taken from his hands. Fast break chance there. But Bramwell cuts it short. Oh, wow. That should be a travel there. And Martin is irate. Akwata converts on that turnover. Referee has a word with Coach Opel for the Dockers, and the timeout is awarded to the NBK Phoenix team. A much-spirited fight there by the NBK Phoenix to cut down the deficit. But still KPA firmly ahead. (43-36). KPA ahead. Yesterday's game between the Nairobi City Thunder and Umoja, much anticipated game, but Umoja once again disappointed in that encounter, and KPA will have their chance to face the Thunder once again. KPA pushed the Thunder to overtime in their last meeting at Nyayo Stadium. Wanje pulls up a shot, comes up with an air ball. He tries to put the blame on Muchina, but everyone knows he was attempting that shot. Shivachi back to Zirel. Foul is called on Shivachi. So that basket will not count. Still 44-36. KPA not playing with their usual speed and pace that they are accustomed to. Kioko picks up Martin Kisilu, backdoor cut to Mushina. Mushina picked up by Odhiambo, misses. And now Zero on the fast break. That shows a traveling violation. Good call by the referee. That is a traveling violation. You cannot land on the same foot that you last jumped with. So Zero perhaps should pay more attention to that. Wanje to Wekesa, drives, base, reverse layup, easy money by Gary Wekesa. It's a beautiful drive by Wekesa, going all the way, faking the defenders, and the defenders buying it. That's going for the reverse. Martin with the steal, going all the way. Oh, and he throws it down. A rim shaker by Martin Buluma, bringing down the house here at the gymnasium. Making the fans more in tune with the game as Akata tries to lessen that blow. Wekesa drives middle, pulls up jump shot. And now the defense for the NBK Phoenix is beginning to give too much to the Dockers. Little resistance, if any. Akwata seems to be the only player putting in the work. Shivachi, a clean jumper there. Now it's a 10-point lead. Once again, Kisilu with the backdoor cut. And again, it must be said, the defense is lacking for the NBK Phoenix. There's a little more to be desired in terms of energy from the visiting team. They're playing so lackadaisically. Wekesa to Shivachi. A foul is called on Lennox Wanje, pushing. Substitution in order for the Phoenix. Coming in, Makwach Deng for 15. Odhiambo will take a rest now. Zero to Kioko. Trying to post up Shivachi, who has size over Kisilu, but he's doubled back to Shivachi. Shivachi against Kisilu, fakes him into the air. Oh, what a step through Shivachi. Puts Kisilu in a blender. And Kisilu trying to locate his man. And that's a travel. That is a travel. And an offensive foul. The referee claims that Zero tripped Wanje, but the NBK Phoenix are saying that Wanje pushed off fast. So who is right depends entirely on the judgment of the referee. 42 to 50, Dockers up by 8. Wanje with a chance to extend the lead, which he does. Goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Zero lead the charge for Phoenix. Shivachi trying to post Kisilu. He seems to have found a weakness in the Dockers defense, but Akwata tells him 3 is better than 2 as he sinks it from the baseline, from the corner rather, the corner 3. By Akwata, Kisilu tries to answer back. Making friends with the glass. I'm not sure he called it punk. but it counts all the same. Kisilu responding almost immediately to that 3-point shot by Akata. Akata drives, fakes Wanje, comes up short on an air ball. Buluma now leading the charge for the Dockers. Wekesa on the corner, Buluma kicks it back to what? Oh, what a throwdown by Mushina, who was trailing Buluma. That is a setup that the Phoenix were not anticipating. The big man running the floor, giving support to Buluma, who was leading the charge for the Dockers, and step out by Akata. Turnover on the Phoenix. It seems now the tide is turning against the Phoenix. It's very dangerous when players make highlights like a dunk. They seem to energize again. But Sivachi tells him, you're not having it once again. He says you're going to earn your 2 points from the charity stripe. A throwdown dunk by Mushina. And he tried to replicate it, but Shivachi is telling him, you're not going to do it again. Not at least in my presence. Substitution, Geoffrey Obuya checks back in. And out goes Bakwat Deng. The NBK Phoenix have stagnated a bit in their offense. The game is still within reach. It's a 12-point game. If they compose themselves well enough, they'll be able to make it a competitive game. Buluma comes up with a foul. Now it seems like every call is contested by the players. A foul there by Buluma. And again, oh, beautiful crossover by Zurel, finds Obuya, and Kisilu intercepts the pass there, but the ball still remains with the Phoenix. Akata drives, tries to force up a layup again. A bit of desperation. Kisilu leading the charge, finds Wanje, fakes, drives, and the ball is taken away from him. He should have taken that shot while he had it. Akata drives middle. Again, Akata. Gary Kesa showing his display in handles. That is poor defense by the Phoenix. You cannot leave Kisilu open at the corner. They just got lucky there. That 3-point shot did not sink in. They seem to be losing focus on their defensive end now. The transition defense is wanting for the Phoenix. And Mushina once again heads to the free throw line after collecting the offensive rebound. So from that possession alone, we can see that there was lack of court awareness to leave Kisilu open. And again, the defenders failed to box out to secure the rebound. And Mushina, being a beneficiary, even as he misses the first free throw, gets a chance to redeem himself from the stripe. Misses on both. Wekesa once again comes up with an offensive rebound. Wanje back to Mushina, loses the ball, and again they foul him. The chance to make it a 3-point play. This is now becoming child's play for Mushina in the paint. No matchup seems to be sufficient enough to at least pose a challenge for the Dockers when Mushina is in the paint. Now, Coach Nicole and Coach Jackton need to put their heads together. It's time to go deep into the coaching bag as Mushina converts the free throw. And Tobias checked in there for the Dockers. Kyoko at the corner. Open 3-point shot. And it drops in. It counts. A shot by David Ochieng. And a foul away from the ball is called. Foul on Wekesa. A pushing foul. So the 3-point shot will count. I'm not sure whether that the referee says it's a foul on number 14. That should be Bramwell Mushina. So the 3-point counts and a foul away from the ball. Obuya attempts a 3 and again another pushing foul. Now this time around on Gary Wekesa, on Mushina once again, back-to-back pushing fouls. A bit reckless basketball there by the big man for the Dockers. It's still the third quarter and it's a 12-point game. They shouldn't be too comfortable. There's still enough time for the Phoenix to redeem themselves. Cross-court cut, pass to Obuya. And is hounded by the Dockers defenders. Wekesa doing too much in that occasion and he loses the ball. Turnover. Phoenix 0 leading the charge. Finds Ochieng. Misses this time around, trying to go back to back on the 3-point attempt. Wekesa. Oh, what a beautiful sidestep by Wekesa. As Mushina makes the connection. The assist goes to Mushina. And Wekesa rewarding his teammate for that effort. Kisilu, that should be a foul on Kisilu. An offensive foul. Sorry, a defensive foul rather. Kisilu being a bit too overzealous on defense. There's no need to be fighting off a player who's just standing. Kisilu, you confront him easily. You don't have to fight him off. Perhaps he should find some training on how to gain position at the post, which is necessary. Brian Oyo coming up short on the free throw attempt. And unfortunately for the Phoenix, they are not capitalizing on the mistakes of the Dockers, so they might have a tough time making it a close game as Oyo sinks the second free throw. Tobias inbounds the ball and it takes over the pointing guard duties. Open 3-point shot missed by Opio Trevor. Deng all the way and he puts one over Wekesa. Still a double-digit 11-point lead by the Dockers. Tobias again, Kisilu, backdoor. And a goaltend there, he had missed. Wow. Kisilu had missed that one, let's be fair. But he gets rewarded there as the NBK Phoenix defender touched the net, I think. The ball was still on the rim. With a chance to go in. And Oyo steps out of bound. The real estate is too small for him, it seems. 64-51 with seconds left to end the third quarter. Tobias pushing pace for the Dockers, picked up by Zirel. Mushina sets a high pick and roll. Oh, and a stolen there by Ochieng, driving all the way. Deng fights and he puts it back in. Deng has been instrumental for these few seconds that he has been taken. Tobias with 9 seconds left on the clock. A bit of court awareness wanting. Wekesa left open at the 3, comes up short, rebound Deng. seconds left, and that marks it for the third quarter. NBK Phoenix trying to put up a fight in the dying seconds of the third quarter, but still a double-digit lead, 11 points, KPA 64, NBK Phoenix 53, end of the third quarter. And now a tall order for the Phoenix to close it out with a bit more energy, pace, and intentionality. And Coach Nicole with a few words to the referees. She's not pleased by the officiating. But the game of basketball has seen comebacks. And the NBK Phoenix should be aiming for one epic comeback as they proceed to the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter, and an offensive foul by Montes, pushing off on that crossover move. He still hasn't found his groove in this game yet. Buya to Zeruel, to Ochieng, driving base, finds Zeruel in the paint, nears pass to Deng, fouled by Muchina. He was ready to detonate on the rim, but Muchina does not want to see any highlights made close to him, so he sends him to the free throw line. Misses on the first free throw. He redeems himself from the second one. Tobias. Picked up by two defenders. Ball stolen by Zeruel. Drive to the layup. Misses. Fight for the rebound. And Wakesa pushed off. I think it's Oyo. I'm sure. Pushed him off as well, fighting for that rebound. And after a small discussion there, the referee decided that the ball goes to the Dockers. Again, Tobias has been having a bit of trouble crossing over. Zeruel being a pest on Tobias. Because now the set for the Dockers. Monte picked up by Wow, Monte is having a very hard time here. Offensive foul, travel, and now he knows his time is up. His chance has gone to waste. He has not produced much on that occasion. Ochieng to Zero, nice fake drive middle, kicks it out. Ball moving across the lane, and a foul is called on the Dockers. A foul on Trevor Pio there. Sorry, it's an offensive foul actually. Having a bit of communication challenges. We're not sure what the referees have decided on. I think they have settled for the offensive foul. Now, Buluma has checked in together with Kisilu. Buluma. The turnover there. The referee is making very questionable calls. Buluma believes that he was hounded there by the defender illegally. Zero picked up by Trevor. Ball moving across the perimeter. And tempted three-point shot comes up. Failing. Buluma to Mushina. Mushina finds Trevor open at the three-point. And he punishes the Phoenix for being too relaxed on the defense. And then as much as the Phoenix are trying to execute their plays, you will not get much if you cannot penetrate into the paint. You don't have the type of marksman that will sink three-point shots at that high rate. As Tobias misses the three-point attempt now. Fast break chance for Phoenix. Ball to Zurel. The pass from Obuya. Again, the Phoenix are just moving the ball across the perimeter. Open shot there by Quach rather. And that is just what I said. It does not pay if you move the ball across the perimeter and you have no reliable three-point shooters. You have to find a way to get deep into the paint. Trevor with the handoff from Buluma. Misses the shot now. Phoenix with the chance. They have the numbers. Mushina is still trailing there. Nice pass to Deng, and that is what they should do more. Put Deng deep into the paint. And the gamble has paid off. 67-56. The Dockers with a comfortable lead as Kisilu is blocked on that three-point shot attempt. Too relaxed. And Opio with a blocking foul. Kisilu was sizing up his defender. A bit too relaxed on that occasion. And his shot getting rejected. And the Phoenix called for a timeout. With 6 minutes still left to play. Again, if the Phoenix put their energy into this game, they just might have enough time to get themselves back into this game. But a lot of work will be required for that to come to fruition. Players are back into the field of play. A bit of motion offense for the Phoenix team. Kicks it out to Akata, almost turning the ball over. Zirwell with a bad 3-point shot attempt there. Kisilu finding Tobias. Tobias to Bulum, to Trevor. Fouled, and he converts. And Nicole and Coach Jackton disappointed by the referee. They believe that was a travel by Opio. But the final decision has been made already. Opio converts to make it a 3-point play. Nice ball movement now. Zirwell. Oh, that was a beautiful pass. And the turnaround jumper by Quach. Still a lot of work to be done. Mushina trying to post up. Deng finds Tobias. Tobias pull up jump shot. Easy money for Tobias. And KPA unrelenting in their quest to come out with a victory this afternoon on their home floor. Zirwell fakes, finds Ocheng. Ocheng drives middle. Oh, nice pass to Quach, but is met by the defenders. Quata turn around, finds Quach, and they run out of time. Good ball movement, but they took too much of their sweet time. Now we've reached the 5-minute mark. Muchina with a dish from Tobias. And that play would have been more exciting if it had resulted to a dunk. Akata drives, Deng fighting in the paint. And it saves a possession for the Phoenix team. Tobias is not pleased with that substitution. Asambua takes him out of the field of play. Cheng once again, sideboard, but Deng there to help his teammate out with that rebound. Cheng kicks it out to Akata. 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and Akata converts on the 3. Point game with 4 minutes left to play. Trevor tries to find Bushina. Wow. And the level of physicality there is questionable, as Mushina was almost kicked out, as he was still on air. Akata tries to respond once again, but this time fails. Buluma, nice dribble handoff by the Dockers on the perimeter. A fight for the rebound. Buluma, nice effort there, comes up short. Offensive rebound, but could not convert. Asopio kicks the ball out. And Coach Samuel Kiki has had enough from his team. He calls out for the timeout. It does not matter how much you did before. The most important part of the game is how you finish it. And KPA Dockers need to be a bit more focused on their finishing. They're being a bit too relaxed with that lead that they have had so far. 3 minutes left to play. Nice fake by Zirwell. The game getting more physical as it draws near the end. Trevor finds Wambua. Corner 3. We saw that coming from a mile away. Ochieng tries to drive and another turnover by Phoenix. Now KPA are having fun moving the ball around. Buluma kicks it out to Mushina, tries shot and he leaves it out to Trevor. Now back-to-back 3-point shots by the Dockers. Now they're running away with it. This game is getting beyond reach with each second of the clock ticking for the Phoenix. Zirwell to Ochieng, cross-court pass to Makwach. And the 3 counts at the buzzer there. Almost running out of time. Right now, with 2 minutes left on the play. Wow, that should be an obvious foul that, at this point, you wonder what the referees are seeing. Anyway, the Phoenix get their 2 points on the other end. Asakata is fouled hard on that drive, converts the 2 with a chance to make it a 3-point play. To 66. And there's a bit of a dispute between the referees and the coaching staff for the NBK Phoenix. The scores table is sleeping on the job there. And again, a game of this magnitude for a Premier League game, we expect that the level of officiating should be top-notch. The very best that the land has to offer. And some mistakes at too, should I say junior, to be making at this stage. A lot of focus needs to be put there on the scores table. 66 to 80. The scores have been updated on the scoreboard. Akata converts on the free throw. A 13-point game with 2 minutes left to play. Buluma drives middle, thinks about the 3. Kisilu lets it fly, comes up short, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Wambua, lets it fly. Wambua comes up short. 2 misses by the Dockers. Deng secures the rebound for the Phoenix. Akata at the corner waiting for the pass, but they go for another option. Quach to Regan, to Akata, drives, kicks it out to Ochieng. A bad miss there. Buluma leading the charge for the Dockers, goes all the way, kicks it out to his teammate there, Odondo, who misses badly. The ball touches nothing. Nice cut there by Trevor, but the defender for the Phoenix cuts it off. A race against time now. Phoenix perhaps should be more aware that they're running out of time. Deng with size in the paint, and it's fouled before he could attempt the shot. Now for the big moment, Dolph checking back in for the Dockers, coming from injury. Number 16, Dolph. Dolph Otieno suffered a knee injury last season that put him out, and this is his first time on the floor for the Dockers. Perhaps a very good time to put him in a game with little pressure and little time to play. Dolph, see how he moves in his first game coming from injury. Ayecho with the rebound, kicks it to Dolph, and he still gingerly, he still hasn't regained his former form. Timeout is called with 52 seconds left on the clock. Perhaps a formality timeout there by the Dockers, by NBK. They have no chance to redeem themselves. This is too big of a miracle to ask. 13-point deficit with 52 seconds. Unless they have a Tracy McGrady on their team, I don't think they have what it takes to come back. But basketball is a game of miracles all the same. And perhaps they have a hidden weapon that they might unleash in this dying seconds of the game. We'll wait to see as the players check back in. Regan, Chocheng, 3-point shot, missed, rebound Akata. And the foul is called on Odondo, number 0, for pushing. Converts to the first free throw, Akata. It goes 2 for 2. And another timeout is called, this time by the Dockers. 44 seconds left on the clock. Taking a bit of some time for the game to resume. Ayecho finds Kisilu. Back to Ayecho, left open at the 3-point line. Hoists up the shot. Bounces out. Dolph with the rebound. You can see that he's still moving gingerly. Now he gets a chance to put himself on the scoreboard as he heads to the free throw line. Misses on the first free throw. Misses both. Nice pass there to Akata. Converts the two. Now perhaps the last possession for the Dockers. They want to put Dolph on the scoring board. They're calling for an ISO play. Dolph almost turning the ball over, but Wambua up to the task. They're looking for Dolph. Ayecho thinks about it. Hoists up a 3-point shot. In and out. The foul is called on Dolph as he was jumping up for that rebound. 80-71. It's a 9-point game with 3 seconds left to play. This surely is it. Carter rather with a chance to make the scores more decent, but despite that, it's a losing effort as he misses the first free throw. Misses both free throws. 2 seconds left. Wambua dribbles it out, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The KPA Dockers have protected their home court. 80-71 final score. KPA Dockers secured their home win. NBK Phoenix trying to put up a fight, but nonetheless coming up short again. This is Score Series Sports, and we'd like to apologize for the stream. We'd like to apologize for the technical challenges that we have been facing here. Sometimes the machines fail. Nonetheless, we have done our best to give you the best of live sports coverage. KPA 80, NBK Phoenix 71. That marks it for the game. Thank you for being with us.